Hey, thank you for joining me on another episode of Beyond Business Podcast. Today is a little bit different. Obviously, we're not going to be in my studio here at the Beyond Business Studio location. We're actually on scene at Matt Crawford's Called to Rise podcast. I had the privilege of being invited to come sit down on his, and after an attempt previously for him to come in and sit down on mine, we just decided to collab, and it was a great time. You're really going to enjoy this. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Beyond Business and Called to Rise.
Yo, we on business. Yo, we out here hitting that grind. Podcast vibes, letting loose, unwind. Nic's on the mic, yeah, he flexing with pride. Meeting dope souls, taking you on a ride. Talking about life, not just that paper. Doing it big, ain't no time for a hater. People yap behind his back, but we rise like the sun. Gather round, fam, we just having some fun. Beyond business, it's a vibe, feel that thrill, getting intimate. May even get your heart filled. Meeting the legends, those raw and real. Digging deep thoughts, show you how to feel. From the block to the boardroom, we making that move. Beyond business, baby, yeah, we got the groove. Shout out to the hustlers, the real street thugs. We all eat together, no need for the drugs. Yeah, you blessed with the gift, determined to thrive. Nic's breaking it down, keeping that fire alive. Let's go deep like the ocean, no bluff. Beyond business, baby, we can't get enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Called to Rise podcast. It's kind of a double episode. It's going to be Called to Rise and Beyond Business teaming up with Nic Hancock here.
Yeah.
Nic, you want to take it away with...
Yeah. Hey, I'm excited, dude. I appreciate you having me on. We're not going to do this. So confession is, Matt was actually a guest on Beyond Business. I think I might have briefly messaged about it, but I didn't really put it out there. So he came and did a full podcast with me when we met several months ago. And he was the first person that I didn't know prior to sitting down with, got to know him. It was a really good chat. And then post-editing, which, disclaimer, he's got a guy back here freaking... a tech genius behind the camera. I just relied on me, which failed. But so moving forward, I go to check the audio of this new audio device I was excited about, and I never pressed record. So I had to put my head down, call him and tell him what happened. He was a good sport about it and said, hey man, things happen. He's a busy guy. I'm a busy guy. He launched this, which he's killing it. And I go, dude, if I'm going to be a guest, then we're going to collab and do it. So, yeah. So we'll chat, dude. I look forward to it. This is cool. I appreciate it. Nice setup. Good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for Beyond Business? I know we talked about that, but obviously we didn't get...
Yeah. So kind of... to go back to what we were talking about before this started, and you said the idea for Called to Rise was over a year old. So when I first got that space that I'm in currently, I had that spare office that wasn't getting utilized, which ends up being random storage of everything.
Right.
And so I think to stop that from happening, I had this idea. It was 2022, so... although podcasts are pretty old, I didn't really get into them until a few years ago.
Same, yeah.
When there started being a few people that you could go through a catalog and splurge, and learn about. It beats, talk radio, or it is talk radio.
Yeah, but it's... at least you can kind of direct what your purpose is.
But so I had the idea. I set up a studio then, and it was going to be called What Now? Same premise of getting people who are kind of doing something and go, okay, now what are you going to do? And I kind of chickened out because I didn't have like a guest list. I didn't have anything but some hand-me-down-ish equipment and an idea.
Right.
And so the stuff just sat there. Then I think... Again, I'm one of them that, man, I'm a busy mind. So it was a, random Sunday evening that I'm sitting there and it's like, man, I really just keep getting this, something telling me, just try it, just see it, do it. So I have really minimal adult human interaction. As weird as that is to say, I run 2 companies. I don't directly in person deal with anyone.
Gotcha.
And that's pretty much 12 hours a day.
It's interesting because it's like you're so you're so comfortable on your podcast, especially now. Right.
Well, and that came with practice. Well, what I found was, okay, back up. So that night I sat down and, like the video you got for a future endeavor that's coming up.
Yes.
Okay. So I made 15 of those.
Okay.
They were 30 seconds long. Said, hey, I'm starting a podcast called I want to get a few episodes in the bank, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I sent it out. And 10 of those people by the next morning were like, I'm in, where, when? And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing it. Yeah. Well, after doing just a few, I was terrible, first of all. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel the same way. Starting out.
I just felt like what are you rambling? It was just unnecessary.
Sure.
So, but what I was getting out of it, it was like, okay, I got 90 hours a week. I'm tied up. Now I'm going to figure out how to fit more in.
Right.
It was the best thing I could have done because it became almost therapeutic.
Yeah.
To sit down.
And that's a big reason why I wanted, like I said, what we were talking about before we started, I felt the nudge, well over a year ago. I even bought the first mic over a year ago and it sat in the box. And then come to find out I bought the wrong kind of mic, and whatever, waste $80, $90, whatever. But for me, I wanted to use it as like a therapeutic way because my mind, I feel like it never stops.
Right.
Multiple businesses, wife, kids, all the stuff. And I'm just like, I want to get some of it out.
Yeah.
And maybe someday it could bring somebody value or myself to be able to go back and what was I thinking about at that time frame when we were deciding what we were going to do.
Right.
On that. Something to kind of like a journal-ish type thing, but it be recorded.
I totally get it.
And I thought it'd be cool for my kids to have someday.
For sure. Well, and there's no expiration. I mean, you can do this for as long as you want.
Exactly.
There's people who do them and take breaks and it's whatever.
Yeah.
But as long as it's fun. But I think that's what's crazy is I've been in the business game for, over 20 years. I've learned more in the last 7 months by talking to people because that's another place that I failed in both of my companies, which they weren't unfixable, but it was, I'm not a big person to lean on people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Which really in hindsight is terrible. That's the first thing I encourage matter of fact, I've done it for people. I'll go, come sit down with me and tell me your idea and then leave and go fix what I find is wrong because I'm good at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, let me run it by someone to fail shoot because everyone's optimistic when they're starting a business. You better be.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't believe
if
in
you're not bought in, you don't stand a chance.
So you kind of block out some of the speed bumps that, and I think so. Yeah, it was almost like getting so many people's perspective, and even like a buddy of our Taylor.
Yeah,
when he comes in and goes, dude, it took me up until the last 5 years or 2 years or whatever to do a certain kind of scheduling that totally changes his whole life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To be able to go,
and you learn it from talking. With people. Like, I mean, I didn't use DocuSign for my leases until 3 years ago, and I got it from talking with Colby.
Yep.
And they were using it for their stuff, and I'm just like, why am I driving to meet somebody?
Right.
Like, I have someone that can meet them and do the keys and stuff like that, but why am I taking time out of them? I don't have time. We've got, back then we probably had 60 doors to go just simply sign the lease. I can do this all from my computer and
they don't have to answer the door. They don't have to.
There's nothing. And it's especially lease renewals. I don't have to bug them with their schedule and my schedule. I'll send it over today. It'll be in your email. Sign it. Send it back. It'll send us the signed copy. We're both done. We're both good. Everything's good to go online.
Yeah. It's beautiful. But yeah, until other, yes, exactly though. Exactly. What's what I was when we were talking about scheduling earlier, and it was someone had turned me on to going, dude, I'm not telling you to give your Google Calendar to everyone. It's get an app that blah, blah. And I think that's it, dude, is I'm like, I don't like buying into shit. And then you go, sorry, but it's like, it's worth $2.99 a month.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I am a huge advocate for OpenAI, ChatGPT. You better get on board, or you're going to get lost.
It's here. There's nothing changing.
You better go.
You got to figure it out now. Yeah, figure it out now, and every industry is going to have a way for it to be applied.
Yep.
I've talked to a couple of restaurant people. Like, oh well. It's not gonna, we're going to still need servers, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but maybe AI is going to be what answers the phone.
Dude, AI is what's going to be. There's going to be no mistake delivery.
Now it's, and I know there's going to be the people out there, I don't want to talk to the AI. I want to talk to a person. I'm like, I get that, but do you know how expensive it is to have that person there?
Yeah.
Like if we want to keep our prices the same.
And so we're how old are you?
36.
Okay, so I'm 10 years older than you, but I think we're probably, I would say we're the generation that absolutely hates to get something automated on the phone. You call someone and they go, hey, we have recently changed, so listen carefully. Yeah, and you're like, oh, let me just talk to customer. Okay, well, what is it? Generation, you know what these generations are called?
I don't know.
What's this new generation called, man? Do you know? It's a letter. Is it Y? Z? Z. They 100% prefer to not have you on the other end of the phone. So it's like, hey, we got to, again, it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
I hate on everything at first. Like I am that guy who it's like, this is so stupid. Too. And then 3 months later, I'm using it to the fullest capacity.
Right. And going back to the taking phone orders for a restaurant, at least if it's 100% correct on taking your order every time, it's
pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's kind of like online ordering. We have that, and there's just a lot of stuff that goes into that.
I don't think people understand how they can use it just to simplify their life.
Yeah,
just
and
regular people.
Job.
No.
It's just making your job easier. Maybe that person
makes
can
you
help
more
you.
Valuable.
Right. At the end of the day, if we automated all of our phone orders, we would still have the same amount of people working because our servers just take phone orders in between taking care of their tables.
Right.
So we're not taking away somebody's job.
Yeah.
We're making it more efficient so they can serve their tables better.
And it's like, are there going to be some, I don't know if they're called low-level jobs, but are there going to be some jobs replaced?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Factories are going to, anything that's assembly line is going to be automated. Sucks.
Yeah.
There's still going to be people running the machines, running the automation, but it is like, man, especially if you're young, you have the opportunity to, oh, dude, you can, this is the easiest time to if rich is just money, then this is probably one of the easiest times where you can sell companies you haven't even made with a prototype that's not even real.
Right. Yeah, which is mind blowing.
It is. And they do it. People do it.
Out of curiosity, this is kind of off on a tangent. Have you ever sold one of your businesses?
No, I dissolved a company when I was going through a breakup with my ex, and it was just like trying to hide money type deal.
Yeah.
And that I failed. I failed. Yeah, that all went bad. Like it was actually a home and building inspection company that I had started, and it was doing well. But I was the guy who went into the financial advisor, and I go, hey, I'm just going to use a rough number. Hey, I'm going to make $1 million this year, and this broad is going to get 330,000.
Yeah.
How can I? And he goes, congratulations. I go, on what? And he goes, you make $1 million?
Yeah.
Or that wasn't the number.
Right.
But it was like, you're going to make, that's great. Yeah. And I'm like, well, he goes, there's no trick, man. That's who told me then.
Yeah.
So if you've made it go from this to this, then you should have no problem. And I'm like, well, then, and he's like, again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I remember the first.
Don't come. Yeah, we're not. There's no secret. There's no trick.
Well,
Welcome
yeah,
to
and it's the
America.
same with
Slave to the
taxes.
free.
It's this. I remember the first time that the first year we were open, we still got a tax return. The second year we were open, we still got a tax return like normal. Blah, we made okay money.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But then that third year we opened 2 more restaurants,
Yeah.
and we were just kind of humming. And then go to do our taxes that next
Reality
spring. And the accountant's like, "Hey, you're gonna need to come in for this one." And he sits me down. He's just like, "You owe this much money." I'm like, "I owe?"
You're like, it's not how this works.
And you're telling me it's how much money? He's like, "Welcome to making decent money."
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, there's no trick or anything for me to pull out for you. I mean, it is what it is.
It's crazy because no one ever gets told before. Like,
No.
I know that's most of my story too, is it was like, I remember like getting 1099'd by the company that I now own. But I remember the first couple years I just worked as a sub for them. And it was like getting 1099. I wasn't really educated on it at all.
Uh-huh.
And, and I remember the first go round, it was like I owed $18,000. And I'm like going, from where?
Yeah.
where does that come from?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, moving forward, you need to set aside this much. I go, well, it sounds like you want me to give you that much moving forward. Like, so I'm behind is where we're at.
Right.
I just got to eat it. And so it was like 6-month payment plan, work my ass off.
Yeah,
and go,
that's the only thing I wish.
Excel
Get a little
spreadsheet.
bit more
I was anal,
advanced notice, especially when you have some professionals like, "Hey, it looks like you're starting to do better. Just so you know, that means you are going to pay more in taxes,
Right.
or you could lose this perk,
Right.
or this write-off, whatever,
Oh, yeah.
There's all sorts of little nuances.
I remember getting them calls from my accountant early on, and it was like, I'm going to need another mileage log. And I'm like, a what? And he goes, a mileage log? You know how you log how many miles you drive every day? And I said, no. And he goes, okay, again, I just need you to listen to me real quick. I'm going to need, just how you sent that profit and loss on an Excel spreadsheet, I'm going to need a mileage
You're
log.
making a mileage log is what's happening.
For when? For last year. Okay, I get you. And he's just like, dude, I don't know what's going on, but tighten up. And it's like, I just thought I had money now.
Right. And then
I got a cool car.
Yeah. Then you realize the taxes and you're like,
Yeah. Well, so my contracting company, the lightning protection company, Midwest Lightning Rods, it's actually I don't know if it'd be called third generation. I don't know how it works. So my great grandfather started the company when the University of Illinois was getting built. So it's a niche trade, it's lightning rods. But when the University of Illinois' insurance policy got written, which is still in effect, every structure that they erect must have a Franklin-style UL-approved lightning protection system. So he started the company and kind of did farms, and as they built, he did them. And then my dad went to work for him, and then he ended up selling the company to someone else that wasn't family. My dad worked for that guy for like 25 years. And then in the 90s, my pops bought the company.
okay, so you got
And then I bought it from him in 2017. So it was like, it kind of went out, then came back, and it had been up and down all over the place. I think I'm not tooting my own horn. I think I'm the only person who didn't mind, as much as I really sometimes miss jumping in a bucket or climbing on a roof even and just working.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one who that wasn't just my thing. Like we were missing out on a lot. You know what I mean? So whenever I kind of I didn't even know exactly what I wanted to do, but whenever I got kind of control and some interest in the company as far as like a percentage, it made me change my direction on it.
Sure.
And because I just wanted to make more money.
Yeah.
I was younger. I just wanted to make,
Yeah.
And so eventually it ended up being where I buy a company, and now instead of getting 10%, I'm getting 90. And it was like, okay. So it wasn't like a foreign deal, which we're in the electrical union, IBW, so I pull off the local benches everywhere, and
but you do work everywhere,
everywhere.
Not just
that's right.
U of, I mean,
no. I just say U of I because that's like probably 75% of our work is on campus because everything they re-roof, remodel, renovate, build.
I mean, what goes into?
So it's essentially what it is it's grounding a structure, right?
Okay.
It's going, what makes this a big. This is also where I don't get the pat on the back. The industry shifted when a computer network started being more important than you or me.
Yeah, yeah.
An MRI machine, elevator, things that are plugged in that surge protectors on an outlet or on a breaker panel can't save is what we do. I mean, so that's what a lot of people, there's not really that much of a residential industry because that would require like sales. But if someone gets lit up, we'll go do 6 or 7 houses in the neighborhood because they'll see us.
Yeah.
And they know that house just got
right.
Other than that, but yeah, it's essentially it's laid out according to a code, but it's a 12-inch spike, 1/2 inch round. They go every 20 feet down the ridge or around the perimeter of a roof. Cable about the size of your index finger goes to ground every 100 foot, buried to ground rod 10 foot in the ground, and the system all ties together. So it's essentially taking the direct strike.
Gotcha. So
also,
if it gets hit by lightning,
that's right. You'll never know.
Yeah.
That is the whole deal. You'll never know. Which I can say, I mean, I've been around it now my entire adult life. Literally have never, I mean, we've protected thousands of structures and literally have never had someone call and go,
say, hey,
dude,
my it's still
burned
fire.
down.
It's burned down.
Yeah. We've got called out on a couple cases where other people had, because it was a gypsy trade for a while. I don't know if that's the right slang to use, but like you would have people, like we've got called out to places like out in the country, past like Tolono. There was a lady who basically an old lady that just got took for like 15 grand, and a detective had us come out there and go, hey, so just pulling up, this is what she was charged. This is what's here. And it was like, they overkilled a little bit on the material, but I mean, there's no industry standard. So,
right.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yes, that is way higher. If she would have got another price, then she would have been happier. But yeah, that's just called, plug the internet in.
Yeah. You got to get multiple bids.
Yeah.
Price check.
Yeah. It was just, people that show up. But most, I'll tell you what is, and this is a beautiful thing, and knock on wood that this don't change, but so we're the only UL, NFPA, and LPI lightning protection installation company within probably 150 miles. Chicago and St. Louis is our nearest competition. And we stay out of each other's way intentionally. So, I mean, any hospital, I mean, I've started bidding a little bit of work up in the Chicago area, and it's kind of like I'll even reach out because here's the deal. They have to get 3 bids too.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm the other one, I'm not going to overbid, but it's like this. If I can send guys from here, put them in a room, feed them, fuel them, ship maybe a container to use as an office. If I can do all that and beat your price, then you're too high.
Yeah, that's their problem.
Yeah. So same, and every once in a while there will be an outfit because there's a couple nationwide lightning protection outfits that'll pop up. If they're ever in Champaign, any electrical contractor will take a picture and send it to me like, dude, who's this? And it's like, let them do it. I mean, I'm not into the, can you give us a better price? It's like, well, and that's it too. I think the residential industry would be bigger, but I don't think people are so much aware. I mean, everyone knows that lightning comes, but it's like,
but I never knew until you told me about your business the first time. I never even knew it was a thing.
Yeah. And so a lot of people associate it with like old farmhouses, and a lot of the newer builds we do that are out in the country are people who grew up with them on their house, and then when they became adults, figured out what that was all about. That's why their barn never got burnt down.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, but it pretty inexpensive. And it's kind of one of them things like your homeowners doesn't give you a deductible. State Farm at least stopped doing that 5 years ago, even though we protected like 3 million square feet of roof for them in Bloomington. We protected everything over there. We got but they don't give a discount anymore. But after your first claim, if you don't get lightning protection, they'll drop you. So they don't give you incentive. But then, so it's one of them, like, I got flood insurance. It's like, well, you still don't want all your shit wet.
Right. I don't want it to happen.
I got fire insurance too. I'm not trying to live in a hotel for the next 9 months while I rebuild my home.
Yeah.
It's one of those. So yeah, it's pretty inexpensive for average home. And I think there's just a lot of myths associated with it. You know, lightning never strikes the same place twice, which is not at all.
Right.
Matter of fact, if you got hit, you're probably getting hit again. It's all static electricity. It's moisture table. It's, you know, the tallest point will always get hit. It's like, man, there's been ranches next to big oak trees that get lit up. So I would like to agree, but either way, I think that's it. Is we don't have. When I was a young, just had a really broad horizon of thinking everybody was sellable. I thought, man, for a 10% commission, drop me off of one of these new neighborhoods, and we're going to come over here. And it was like whatever them 200 brochures cost is what that. That was the end of it. It was like, okay, so. I'm an educator, not a salesman. So it's kind of like that. Like, it's like, I'm overeducated on it. I get sent stuff, the damages that's done, and it's hellacious. So of course I think everybody should have it, but you know, again, a lot of people don't know. It's like backup generators. It's like rooftop solar panels. It's like, you know, there's a lot of things that, But yeah, nobody pays for it, and that's it. It's not like incentivized by any means. You can get a discount on your homeowners with a Ring camera, but
not lightning.
And that's recent, about the same time.
So that's just weird.
It is weird.
I would think that.
I don't know. Yeah. And what is it? What are you giving us for a Ring? I mean, what do you give a percent? Oh, you're not doing it. You raised my rate when I got the Ring camera.
Exactly. You raised it and gave me a little kickback. And you have another business, right?
Yeah. So, So 2022, I started. So when I took over the lightning protection company, one of the things. So I'm big on going, what can save time? Coordination is terrible in every industry, I feel like. And I'm like, that's one of my things is let's just make it better. Let's make it so by the time we meet, we don't hate each other, because that's kind of how it is on a lot of contracting sites. Not we hate each other, but it's like everybody already has a bad taste because communication is completely off. Right. So everyone shows up with a chip on their shoulder. And I'm kind of the opposite. I'm going, hey, I'm going to make sure we're going to be working together for the next 9 months. Yeah. You know what I mean? This is important to me. You know what I mean? At least being able to high five you instead of being like, oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Not going to be able to use that lift. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, well, one of the things I implemented was I started using drone, which something I got my kid for Christmas that he was, you know, he's like 5 years old and I got him a Mavic. I got him a $2,000 drone, clearly way too young. Yeah. So I commandeered it, and I'm like, because some contractor was like, man, someone was talking about pictures of a job, and it was like, yeah, we have it, but it is like a bunch of take some steps, take a picture, take some steps. Man, we need to get a drone up here. And I'm like, I got one. So I practiced a little bit, started utilizing it to where now I can, and I currently do this actually, to where I'll go straight nadir shot from directly over a building, and I'll overlay our lightning protection blueprint on it, and to where it's a real replica of going, hey guys, cool. Here's what we need done.
Yeah, that's cool.
I essentially don't even, I mean, I do out of due diligence, but I don't have to even go to the rooftop of jobs most of the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I can inspect them. Okay, so I'm on campus one day. I'm about to kind of show off with this group. I'm the young guy, right? Yeah. But I am the only one who knows. I know that I know more about what I'm doing than anybody there. Right. So I bust this drone case out, fire it up. And this dude's like, you got your license? And I kind of laugh. And he's like, do you have your UAV license? And I go, I don't even know what that is. He goes, don't take that. Don't take off. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, so let's go up to the roof like we decided, whatever. So I'm like putting the drone up. This was in 2018, so iPhones were out.
Yeah.
So I'm searching UAV, and it is like FAA 107, UAS drone pilot license. Like you have to have it. And I'm like, what? I had no clue. So get done with that humiliation and looking like the dumb kid they thought I was.
Yeah.
And on the drive home, it was like YouTube search UAV, and I take an hour and a half video in of the Part 107 thing. So I go into dive and study and start realizing other things in the industry that require drone, and how many different industries require drone services, inspections for telecom and wind turbine blades, solar fields. That was kind of my focus. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I have the money, and I can either figure out something to invest in, or I can make it me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it was, I'm 3.5 years in. I don't know if it was the right call, because I'm competing against global companies.
Yeah.
So I'm currently my company is getting hired by my competition.
Really?
The people I compete against get a hold of me and go, hey, well, we got the contract. Do you want to do it for this?
And is the price usually?
No, it sucks, but it's better than not doing it.
Right.
So it's right back to going, I could have just had my contracting company and been a freelance pilot and done the same thing.
Right.
So there's definitely things going back that I would have changed. Marketing is huge. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You have to, I think any business, you have to know that going in, to where if you can't come up in a top of a Google search, then you are not going to get chosen.
Right.
You know, and it took me a little bit to realize that. I kind of was like, granted, social media is, the free social media is a great way to get stuff out there. If you want to spend a few bucks on social media ads, even better.
Yeah.
You want to spend a lot of money, even better. Like they do push.
Yeah.
And I think that was my hesitation at first, is I had, my whole plan was lined out, and it was really minimal funds included for probably the most important part, which was generating leads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was like,
and that's how you make money.
Yeah, that is the way. So, that was kind of a curve. I had a really good ADM contract doing their transmission and distribution assets, just doing thermal data capture of them. And the lady who was in charge of the plant I was working for, she took a job elsewhere and didn't get replaced. So that just kind of got paused. And that was one of them, like $10,000 a month for day and a half of work and then 2 days analysis. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it was really. So at this point, it's kind of like, as much as you know the rules of business and you go, well, I know I'm not supposed to make this big profit until further down the road. If you've done it before, then you kind of go, but I'm going to succeed before that. And then I'm going to act surprised. Well, it's big going by the book.
The big surprise.
I'm like, this one is like going, okay, I guess I'm really just going to just keep on pushing for now. So we'll see. I'm doing a couple different campaigns now, actually, because the solar's so big on residential rooftops and private businesses have them. Well, it's up to the homeowners to inspect, clean, maintain those, or the owners or the installers or manufacturers, they don't know about issues that they don't know about. So we are doing a campaign where it's like, we'll do rooftop solar. Small, that's something small. Grain bin, internal grain bin inspection, thermal to see leaks. So there's a few different niche things. We do real estate work. Conveniently, I have I've built a pilot network now where we have over 70 pilots throughout the United States. So,
Really?
Yeah.
That are just under your...
Yep. They're all be equivalent to like a subcontractor, but I vet them for them to be listed. You know what I mean? They get vetted as far as, background and
Sure.
So there's like logged flight hours, and if you're a professional at this, then you know that you have to log your flight hours. It's just hitting yes on a controller. You're not physically doing anything.
Right.
Matter of fact, your drone tells you how much you've done.
That's nice.
So, but it has like X amount of hours. What kind of equipment do you have? And we kind of just narrow it down to go, hey, let's just say if you don't have at least this aircraft, then don't bother, because I figured no one's going to buy a $5,000 toy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You buy a $1,000 toy,
yeah,
a $600 toy.
Right.
Like you should, if you're a realtor, you should have a Mini 3 Pro in your toolbox.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. But there's a lot of my son is 15 and he is said he's ready. He's been studying. He said he was going to take it before they started school yesterday. He said he's ready. He can. So I didn't realize this whole tax deal about how much you can pay your kids.
Oh, okay.
And so he is. You can fly for compensation with a drone pilot license at 13. He's 15. He's flown with me before at a couple events. We did the boat races this year, and he worked with me there, which we can legally do it because I'm allowed to have a pilot in training while I'm within reach of taking over the controls or whatever. But no, it's cool. Something he likes to get him.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's not really into it. I don't know if he's into it. I'm just like, dude, you're going to either do this or you're going to be door dashing or dropping fries at Crackles, or you're going to be doing something.
Yeah, you're going to work.
So why not go make $200 in an hour instead of $200 this week?
Yeah, that's
for every evening.
Yeah.
But
is it hard to get the license, the pilot license?
Well,
is it just time consuming?
I thought it was, I over prepared. So I did well. I didn't miss any.
Mm-hmm.
But if the lady would have looked at me and said I failed, I would have thought that too. I was not sure of myself at all.
Right.
But I nailed it. Since then, I've had people that work for me in the lightning protection industry that are like, man, I'd really like to get into it. And I'm like, well, look, I would really like to not come to every job.
Yeah.
So I would love, here's the training material. I already paid for this course that I went through that is lifelong.
Right.
And it's the best one in the world. And they guarantee you, if you go through the course and you pass the quizzes, then you will get your license. And so I gave a couple YouTube videos, did all that, give them textbooks, everything. Which the average person is not going to do.
Yeah. You get those online courses and you're sitting next, all the time. Get to the quiz.
Exactly. Oh, man. No endless tries. Oh, man. Start. Yeah. Well, I think that's what I found out too, right? No, and this might be why I don't have any partners, which I probably should look into more team building, and I need to. But it's like I can't make someone have my passion. And passion is vision.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's tough, is it's like just get out of the way, I'll do it.
Yep.
Which is a terrible trait.
Yeah.
Because the things I could do with my time instead of micromanage. Because it's going to fail 20% more than if I had my hands on it. So what?
Yeah.
You know what I did in those hours of not answering the phone?
50% more business.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to, that's like my new approach. I'm telling you, in my last year, I think aside from I just knew that I was capable of producing more than I spent with no problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wasn't a business guy.
Yeah.
I just knew that this would outdo this, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of American dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it. Whenever you do get to step back and go, wait, if I double down on this and go, let's hit a few more places like we do Champaign, Springfield, and Bloomington, and I've been getting hit up to like go into Nebraska and Iowa because there's a demand. And I'm kind of like, I'm like, maybe why not double down? What's it going to cost me, a road trip once a month or?
Yeah.
I mean,
for the Lightning or for the aerial?
For the Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah. The aerial thing, that's one of them that, again, there's going to be the feelers out there, but the lightning protection industry is just something that it's the difference between, and I've learned, starting a company and buying a company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I bought a company and did like in January and literally did a contract that took last half of January and the beginning of February because it wasn't cold, didn't snow, and made $120,000 within 90 days of owning the company.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I'm in the hole. This is going to be rough. Boom. And it was like,
okay.
So then, you go to the idea of when starting the company, it's like, the potential for work is there. And it's like, okay. But they don't know who I am.
Yeah.
They don't care. So I think that's it. I'm finally to the point now where I have put in the work of, personally of going a lot of industries. I've flown as the company or hired people that are flying as the company and go, okay, now the reputation is at least getting built up to where the ADM gig I got competing against a couple other people.
Yeah.
And but either way, it's like, it's a process. My next thing is going to be something I'm not so involved in.
So you have a next thing already?
I don't know. Just whatever it is, it's got to be something that maybe it's a little more. I'm in a position where if I go on vacation for 2 weeks, then I'm going to spend what I spend on vacation for 2 weeks, and I'm going to not make what I would make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily. I mean, there's a lot of projects that would keep moving, but overall, though, it's way too me involved, which I think, again, it's kind of a entrepreneur's nature and it's a terrible one.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be so involved.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think
I got to work 100 hours a week.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's a mental
smart
thing.
50.
Yeah. It is a mental thing.
It is.
I mean, there'll be weeks I work to 50 and I'm like, I feel lazy.
Yes.
I'm like, no, I can't. I gotta.
Or you feel
go.
bad for relaxing because there's shit needs done. It's like, well, guess what? When you did 100 hours, there was still stuff that needed done.
There was always something that needed done. So, I mean, at least. And now and you have a kid that plays sports and traveling. I mean, I have 3 younger kids and it's just trying to balance.
So what's the trick? What's the trick for you?
There's no balance.
No.
I don't believe that there is an actual work-life balance. I actually think that the best, you have to just do your best
at everything. Yeah.
Yeah. As a husband, a father, leader. So
that means
with
what?
Your businesses.
Whenever you do get the time, you make sure it's good quality time.
Yeah. You can still there are definitely weeks where I schedule like, okay, this night, I don't care what fire is burning. It's going to have to burn. Like, we're spending time as a family.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to have a fire in the fire pit.
Yeah. That's just, it is what it is. Like, there's nothing that we're going to change about that time frame.
Well, that's good.
But those aren't, it's not, I know there's a lot of people like, oh, well, you need to have that balance every day. That can't exist.
Right.
Because, when you're an entrepreneur all the time, when that's what you do.
Yeah.
You're sacrificing working 40 hours a week for somebody else to work 80 for yourself every week. And I'm okay. I'm good with that trade though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I would rather work 80 for myself than 40 for somebody else.
Oh, no doubt.
So that's why I don't think that there's a balance. You're going to have weeks where it's like, dang, I actually worked for 50 and I got to spend like 30 hours a week, like 30, like broke it down in hours with my kids and my family. But if you try and sit there and rat race yourself to thinking that there's some magical balance, I think you're just spinning a wheel that's going to keep turning. Oh,
yeah. You're creating a goal you can't reach, another letdown every day.
Exactly. Yeah, especially if like you're in a season, which if you're a good entrepreneur, you're always growing. You're always wanting to grow. You're wanting to learn. Maybe you're getting involved in something else or just growing whatever you've got, but there's always something.
Well, you'd like to believe if you walk down the aisle with someone that they kind of know who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
Right. it's a special kind of person.
Right.
You know what I mean, your wife, unless she's wired the same way, then I'm sure it's like you're not normal.
No, and she that's what she says.
I mean,
but,
you're
luckily, I knew
normal.
though I needed to marry somebody that was. She's not wired the same way per se, but she's a grinder.
It'd be terrible,
So,
right?
She's
if
all,
you were,
in the same sense, she definitely balances me,
right?
But at the same time, she's a grinder,
right?
You know, she's if she needs to work 80 hours,
yeah,
she'll work 80 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's just what we'll have to do. We'll juggle the kids' stuff. She'll work the 80 hours. I'll work the. I mean, that was always important to me. Whenever I was, knew when I wanted to settle down, I was like, okay, she has to work hard.
Right. We got to.
She has to be able to work hard. When we got together, she was working 2 jobs, going to school full time. I'm like, okay,
perfect.
You get it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Right.
You have to be able to grind.
Well, and if the end goal is for the children that are running around, for their future, for what you're building for them, it's like people go, well, what about the trade-off? And it goes, well, I mean, no one's getting misused or misplaced.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Well, I mean,
which I get it too. I am not. Oh, this is probably not good to say, but I'm better at working than I am parenting. My kids are older, but I've been through it, and I've always been.
I think it comes more natural to be able to put my head down and grind.
Yeah.
Than necessarily parent.
Right.
But I also I want them to have a little bit of that freedom to. I don't want to just dictate their every move or anything. I want them to, I want that Hill and I are very intentional about, we want them to see us having to work.
Right.
Because we could choose the lifestyle of not working a lot and be completely fine and because we made a lot of smart decisions early on. We invested. I mean, we still live below our means, but we lived way below our means for many years.
Right.
And just kept investing it.
Right.
Back into the business, back into real estate, just keep investing it. And there's going to be a time in the next however many years where a lot of that stuff starts to be paid off.
Yeah. That's when it's go time.
And then it's like,
yeah,
okay, we don't have to, but
now what?
Like we're building a gym in Forsyth.
Yeah. How's that coming?
It's getting there. I mean, we had the Forsyth's building a road, so we had to kind of wait on some things, but it's
a
getting
road
there.
To get to it.
Yeah, because originally that wasn't going to be the way we were doing it, but then
where does it sit compared to the school?
It goes school, then it's going to be halfway between the school and Sawyer Road. There's the new road.
Past the school,
yes.
If you're leaving
Forsyth. And then there'll be the new road. We'll be right off of that new road, just like, I think it's 200 feet deep off the new road. But we kind of went more master plan with it with Forsyth.
Okay.
So just...
What kind of gym is it?
What kind of gym?
Yeah, I mean, what is it going to compare to? So,
there's going to be what you would call the bro area where it's going to be your free weights, your machines, stuff like that. There's still going to be CrossFit.
Yeah.
Then the upstairs is going to have some studios for, like your yoga, your spin, those types of things. And then there's going to be a whole cardio area.
Gotcha.
And then obviously locker rooms. There's going to be a small area that's going to be turfed for like more athletic training, recovery type stuff, team.
Did you guys, you snagged the place over in that old True Value strip?
Yeah, we bought Club Fitness 2 years ago, renamed it RTB Fitness.
Which is what this...
it's just going to be a move.
What, build a customer base before you get somewhere?
Right. We wanted, hey, we have an opportunity to learn some of the lessons.
Sure.
Before... Because the building, that process was already started with Forsyth when we bought the gym.
Right.
So we were like, you know what? Why not learn some lessons that there's no way we can learn until we're in it?
Right.
Because, I'm
sure it's happened already.
Oh, yeah. A lot of lessons. A lot of things will already, we got to learn the more cheap way.
No cameras in the tanning bedroom.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't do
sucks.
that. That was a rough one for playing it.
That was crazy.
But yeah, I mean, we're going to have a high school basketball court, size basketball court too. So there'll be sports stuff out of it.
So you're got a whole deal.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be.
What's it stand for?
Raising the Bar.
Yeah.
Yep. Raising the Bar Fitness Center.
That's your wife's brainchild, is it?
My wife's what? Sorry?
Brainchild, the whole gym?
Yeah. She worked at a gym. When we got together, I was one of her 2 jobs, and it was always her favorite job. She just loved being at a gym, and running the front desk and seeing the people and all that stuff. And that was, so when we kind of chased my dream first, the restaurant stuff, that was always my thing growing up. I wanted to own the full service, the bar, the inside seating and stuff. I grew up with my parents owning the pizza factory, but it was just delivery carry out. I wanted the whole thing. So we did that in Maroa, and then we did Mount San and Moequa too. And, just COVID, opened our eyes to a lot of different stuff, and, how important fitness is in your health, to being able to actually take care of yourself, and how important it is for that to running your businesses, being a good parent, things like that. And, she just kind of said, this area needs something, is missing something that we can provide.
Yeah.
And because it's going to be a lot different than anything else around here.
Well, and I think you nailed it. I don't know why it would take a global epidemic, but it was like, out of COVID came a lot of people I know caring a little bit more about their health physically.
Yes.
Although it did ruin some people. I know a lot of people who maybe went off the deep end during it and now have went completely sober since then, which I think that's a great trend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
To where it's like kind of the new thing of going, I don't need that.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, absolutely.
Which anyone in business, I think it's almost like a clear mind is the only thing that you have to have a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And there's no replacing AI can't replace that quite yet.
No. Yeah.
No. What it's a good point you made about you and your wife's idea with your physical goes right into business, because it's kind of like it's investing in you. It's the machine. It's eat healthy as much as you can. You don't have to.
Yeah, it's not chicken and rice every day.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. Yeah,
I mean,
speaking of which, I'm doing that carnivore diet. I've been doing it for like
how long?
55 days now.
Do you like it?
After my first 10 days of misery, I freaking love it now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was like I had David Winholtz in.
Okay. Yeah.
And he and I just had a conversation. He's not pressing or a fan of any extreme diets like that. He's more of be a realist.
Yeah.
Which
something
I appreciate that
sure.
too. And he wasn't necessarily advising me. He was just talking. And I'm sitting there, and dude, 8 months ago, bro, I tipped the scale at 304. And I'm like, what the hell? Why didn't anybody tell me? I just thought my shirts were shrinking in the drive. So he comes in, we talk. I'd been losing a little bit of weight, just trying to stay off the fast food or whatever. Because in my day prior to COVID, I had right before COVID, I had a shoulder total detachment rotator cuff surgery. So before that, I was 20 years in the gym pretty much every day. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like falling out of it, then trying to go back, and it hurt. And it was like, well, if that hurts, then I'm just going to be out of shape.
Right.
And then it was kind of a conversation that just was like, wait a minute. This is just willpower. What am I doing? What am I looking? What am I Googling?
It's such a discipline thing.
That's it, dude. As I go, my dopamine release is something that tastes good, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm a foodie. My wife and I, when
the
we
burrito
go
truck,
out of town,
I get high off the burrito truck.
When we go on vacations, just us two,
let's try some stuff.
It is just, we're looking at the restaurants before we leave.
Absolutely.
We're just foodies like that. And it's because there's so many different things. Options. And it's I want something different. But we did. Have you ever done 75 hard?
I'm kind of just familiar with. I think I'm about to do it with a couple people. So what does it all consist of?
So that's 75 days, a gallon of water a day.
Okay.
Read 10 pages of a book.
Okay.
Pick your diet before you start and stick to it the whole 75 days. 0 alcohol.
Yeah.
2 45-minute workouts, and one of them has to be outside.
Okay.
So we've done it twice together. But
You love it? Do you feel great?
yeah,
when you do it? Or is it like,
yeah. I
whatever?
mean, because both times, I mean, I'm also like, Coke is my favorite soda.
Whoa. Oh, just kidding. Coke is what really keeps me going.
yeah.
Like, wait, what?
So I've always limited myself traditionally to one a day. You know, just one. Let myself have one a day. But both times I've done 75 hard, that's 0.
Oh yeah.
You
Like
know,
a Coke Zero or no?
No soda.
No soda.
I drop soda completely. Let's see. The gallon of water.
So as soon as you're done with your 75 hard, are you like, give me a fountain drink?
Actually, like the second time we did it, I think I waited a few more days. Yeah. I mean, once again, after the first like week, 2 weeks, it's like you lose some of those cravings and everything. Honestly, I mean, probably the most challenging part was the outside workout, because both times we started at January 1st.
Oh, so it's terrible out.
So we chose, like, for weather,
We just
for the 45 minutes outside, it's like there's times where it takes 5 minutes to get ready to go outside to do this, 45-minute walk.
Yeah.
And we live in the country.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Wind
if
is
it's
whipping
windy,
it's
just...
You did it,
I mean,
though.
you're wearing the stuff, but it's a really good discipline thing. I will say that. I mean, that's honestly the most I get out of it, is just sharpening your discipline.
Yes.
And because to do all those things, run your businesses, the kids, the activities.
To juggling.
And, the first time we did it, it happened to coincide with when we were going to the Pizza Expo in Las Vegas. So we had to work out twice a day while being in Vegas, stay on our diet.
Oh, yeah.
Not drink a drop of alcohol.
So just focus.
While in Vegas. And do all the things, and go to the Pizza Expo and not eat pizza.
Ooh.
At the Pizza Expo. The only thing we
should have chose the carb load diet.
Yeah. The only thing we could try a handful of little things, but we couldn't. We went to that whole expo and did not eat any pizza. And it was, but tough. It was just,
if you program yourself though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just discipline.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
what's crazy.
You can't, for me, I can't let something like food or a drink control me. If you know what I'm saying.
But you have to, how bad is it that it has to be a conscious decision of going, hey, check yourself.
Yeah.
Because naturally you'll go open the fridge.
Yeah.
Open the cover. Same thing as last time, bro.
Yeah. There's same stuff's there that was 3 hours ago. Yeah. And but it's really good.
Well, so I was like 30 days into the carnivore diet. My son had a tournament up in Joliet. By the hotel, there's a pizza joint. And I mean, who don't like pizza? First of all?
Yeah. I sell it for a living. So.
I go, I go, man. And I'm down to like 235 now, but at the time I was down like 250. I'd been doing good. And I'm like, you know what? I am eating some pizza.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. I'll bounce back.
Yeah.
It did not hold a candle to my imagination, first of all.
Yeah.
I mean, we ordered the big pie and the garlic dip, sticks, whatever. And it was just like, it was I got full really quick. It didn't sit well later.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, that sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like planning for that party that never happened.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. So now here's my trick. This is what I do. I've done it a couple times. I try to stick to the diet most of the time, but went to the Cardinal game.
Mm-hmm.
I ate some nachos that my son had. I drank a tall boy. And then starting that night at 9:00 for 36 hours, I fasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, we're not doing nothing for the next day and whatever.
Have you enjoyed fasting?
It's a self-discipline thing for me too, to where I just like that type of, and it's crazy to go, I was overweight, never even put it in, actually my therapist, I talked to some just online. And that's the one who was like, this is a food relationship thing. It's not like you're just this big freaking cow that just can't, you just love it and you need to stop. And it's like, that doesn't even make sense except for that's exactly the case.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I've been
Like stop
testing
right now
something
because Chipotle's on their way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, let's pull it. But the something I had tested on and off this summer was I am more productive during the day when I skip lunch, when I just don't eat lunch at all. And I think that fasted, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm a little bit more focused when
I
just
agree.
skip lunch, but I always make sure I eat a healthy breakfast, just eggs, Canadian bacon, just real clean breakfast. Cause then I'll work out.
Do you make sure are you programmed to, I eat breakfast, I eat snacks, I eat protein drinks, you know what I mean?
I'm real programmed cause I've always worked out.
Yeah.
I would say I started taking it I've had a couple periods where I took it real serious. I took it real serious when the girl I wanted to date was working at the gym,
Dang right.
So I took it real serious for that.
Get out of the way, boys.
Yeah. But, COVID, luckily in 2019, that December for Christmas, I turned one of our bigger spaces in our basement into an in-home gym for Hill for Christmas.
Okay.
Because we had 2 young kids and everything, and we couldn't both go to the gym all the time. Like we had to take turns sometimes, and just that whole juggling act. But if we had a gym in the basement, we made sure we both, one would use the basement, one would go to the gym. Sure. Sometimes it worked out. We both worked downstairs or whatever. So we did that in 19, and then 20. COVID happens, and we're like, no way in hell we're gonna let COVID make it to where we get out of shape.
Right.
And so just ever since then, we've just been real focused. Then we got more into the nutrition stuff, and then, the mental part, and then 75 hard. And now I'm just kind of programmed. I know I need a certain amount of protein every day. So I know I'm eating 3 or 4 eggs and 3 slices of Canadian bacon every morning. And I know roughly I'm going to get 40 grams of protein from that every morning. I know my protein shake has 55 grams of protein in it for my post-workout. So I just know, okay, I'm starting.
So if you do better not eating lunch, do you stop packing a lunch?
It just depends on the day.
Yeah.
Like some days I still skip it. Some days it's, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to have dinner till late. Kids got practice, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to eat.
Yeah. I agree with that though. Anytime
but we try to eat a lighter lunch now. I don't get the full burrito from Chipotle with the bag of chips and the guac and kill it all like I normally would. I'm going to get the bowl and get light rice, light a few things. So it's just like, because if you don't say light, the bowl is just overflowing. So,
well, at any time I'll do any kind of lunch engagement that usually involves having to go back and work afterwards. It's always like a drag.
It is.
It's just like, oh man, I just got full.
Yeah. That's why I found okay, I can offset this feeling by just either eating a lot less.
Yeah. So do you take testosterone yet? Mm-mm. I said yet because someday. Yeah.
Someday.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope. I've never even been tested or anything.
Right.
I don't know. I've never had that. If you ask my wife, my energy levels, even at 5 a.m. are more than she wants to deal with.
Right. Understood. So,
yeah. I don't think I need anything.
Yeah. No, I just understand a lot of people.
I know.
It waits till it's like, I can't recover. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't do anything. And it's like, hey, dummy.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of it is the crap that we eat growing up and everything. We're not exactly.
And so I think that's all that the diet does for me is I'm one of these people. It's like, even if my favorite thing is cheesecake, I can see it and go, and my brain goes, that's not even, it doesn't even sound good, look good. Mm-hmm. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So bye.
It's
okay.
But you got to build that discipline.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. With business and success, it's the same stuff.
Right.
It's building the discipline to work on your business and stuff like that.
So you have to train uncomfortability.
Yeah. Work on your mind. Yeah. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. Because
when though? You right now, are you if you were to invest in a company or a property or company right now, is there any way you would do it if it would add a headache? Even if it was going to be beneficial, are you like, no, I'm past the point of bringing on headaches, even if the long run looks bright?
we sold one of our restaurants 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Thinking because that was like more of a compromise. Hill wanted one less. It's just demanding. I mean, there's a lot of staff. It's so many things are always changing in the restaurant industry. We had 3
in 3 towns. At that.
Yeah, in 3 towns. So we sold one, and I thought that was going to be us like toning it down just a hair to turn around, and then this whole gym stuff starts happening, and then it's like, okay, all right, we're going all in. We're going to do this too. I would still. Because there are days where I feel extremely pulled, between the gym. Luckily, the gym right now is just more coast mode until the new building's done. And the restaurants and the rental side. Luckily, we have a really good person on our rental side that takes care of a lot of the stuff, for us. He's kind of like our main guy.
Maintenance guy or collecting money guy?
He does kind of all. I would call him more of a manager.
Sure.
Like kind of like a property manager type guy. And then restaurant side, we're just super blessed. We got good management teams at both stores we have. But, I sometimes wonder, and there's a business guy listening. Have you ever listened to Alex Hormozy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So then this is going to sound real familiar for you. If we just focused on one of them and just never looked the other way, never bought into real estate, never did any, if we opened the restaurant, we had success, and boom, boom, 2 more, would we, but I just think everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Everybody's path is different. Like, I get what he's saying. And I agree to an extent. The average person probably should be one and focused on it. And that's probably what's going to get them to the top of the mountain.
Right.
But I still think there's multiple ways up the mountain.
Right. That's exactly where my analogy earlier came from on going, I have a company that's doing X amount and it's doing well. Why didn't I double down?
Right. Yeah. And that's
why did I go another?
That's what he talks about.
Open. I know. That's where I got that.
Stop looking at the lady in the red dress over there.
Yeah. You got
stop getting distracted by her.
Yeah.
Stay focused. Just go all in on your business that is working.
This though, bro. I still come up with new crazy ideas.
But like, you actually posted a video this last week, and it was about prayer.
Yeah.
And answering prayers and the timing and everything.
Yeah.
And I think everyone's path is different because I think God's got different plans for all of us. And I would struggle to believe that everybody is designed to just have that one thing focused 100% and that's it.
Right.
I think that obviously that works for a lot of people.
Right.
But I tried my best to pray my way out of doing the gym stuff, to give me an excuse.
Show me
to tell my wife, hey, like, we are good. Like, we've got 2 good businesses that just, they are, we're good. And every time it was, no.
It's not up to you, bro.
It's
go meet with the planner.
There's a reason why your wife wants to do this. There's a reason why Hill is saying this. And, so we just believe it's going to be, it's not about money for us anymore.
Right.
Money. I like
fine.
to build things.
Sure.
I like to build businesses.
Yeah.
I like to build opportunities for others too.
Yeah.
So if we're just feeling like that gym is just called, and it's going to not only help people's health, but mentally, bring more people together.
Yep.
We got way more land than just where that, we got 12 acres total in the deal, and the gym's only going to take up like 2. So we still have 10 other acres to develop over the next however many years. And we have plans for other buildings and other services to be out there, to be kind of like one place to, not just physically, but mentally and hopefully spiritually. Right now, Hill does a 5:30 a.m. workout thing it's a women only on Sunday morning. So before church, and it's free. Even if you're not a member, it's free. You can come, get a workout in. It's just Christian music playing the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's all it's
open
about.
Gym?
Open gym for an hour. No, it's at 6 a.m. So 6 to 7:30. And then, she gets home in time for us to go to church and everything. So that's what we're feeling like that's called for. I mean, we already have always, with the restaurants, we interact with a lot of people, especially younger people that work for us. And we always try and set a good example, be good leaders. And, that's probably one of my favorite things is, I can think of multiples that, I've had conversations with about Jesus and other, and business stuff too. But, it's hard to replace getting to stand there with, an employee that's like, hey, I'll offer to pray with them about something if they're worried about something and they want to. And that's just,
Right.
there's just something cool about that. And that's what Hill and I think our real calling is. It's not to be filthy rich or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
but if we do the success right, the way he wants us to do it, then that could come.
And that's it. The people who say, having money, it's like the evil. It's like, well, if you can help someone with a little bit of money, you know how much you could help with a lot of resources and money. That's the idea I'm going to make building lives and people's future and mental health and physical health and everything is so important. I don't know if that just came to the forefront or if I just started paying attention to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a post-COVID thing or if it's like, nah. I think people knowing and acknowledging God a lot more is a lot more normal.
It's getting there
than it used to be.
It's getting there. I think,
or maybe I just don't care if somebody knows that I have a faith, or you know what I mean. I guess
that used to be my thing. I was a Christian. I was a Christian growing up. Would go to church and whatnot, but I didn't understand what it was probably until 2017. Of actually having a relationship with Jesus. It's a relationship thing. It's he's not just mad at you for all your sins. It's he came to save us relationship. Yeah. And he wants you to reach, he wants you to pray every day, all the time. Like it's a and it's an ongoing growing thing. You can never, there's not some magical, I did it. I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah. Right. I'm there.
I believe in Jesus. I'm done. No, it's a walk for your whole life. And it took me years for it to finally click. And it was just, I can remember it was 2017. We had, 3 restaurants at that time and we had done it in a short period of time and we just had our son. So we had our second kid.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, I can't do it all.
Right.
Like dad of 2 little kids, wife, now 3 restaurants,
losing it.
Some rental properties. Like I can't even keep it all straight. I'm like, I'm missing something. And then I read some the self-help type books, the leadership type books, blah, blah, blah. And it all kind of, I remember one of the books was like, hey, as part of your morning routine, you should be meditating or prayer is an option, but it was kind of more pushing the meditation because I was trying to teeter the line of not offending anybody, but whatever.
Right.
And I bit into I don't need to just meditate. I need to pray. I believe in God and in Jesus. That's what I'm going to do at that time. And it just slowly started snowballing and, turned into,
things were coming together.
Now we need to I think we should get more involved in our church and, and stuff like that and stuff that.
So was it things start coming together just in life as you start having a relationship?
I was more intentional about having that relationship and knowing that I serve a way higher purpose than, I was definitely one of those people that probably until 2017, I was like, look at all I've built.
Sure.
Look at this stuff. I mean, I wouldn't act that way to other people, but in my own head,
you're like,
I definitely was like,
I'm killing it.
2017. So heck, that's 8 years ago. I'm 28. I own 3 restaurants. I own probably 30 rental properties at that time.
On top of the world by yourself.
I can walk into, I can do what I,
Yeah. Get what you want, do what you want.
Yeah. But then when it clicked, I'm like, it's not mine.
Right.
These businesses, God gave them to us. He gave you your 2 businesses for a purpose.
Right.
There is much more of a purpose. It's not just for us to make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
You're
right.
And so when that started clicking, and then I read a couple more Christian centered books about business and things like that. Then it was really okay. That makes sense. These aren't even my businesses. They're God's.
Yeah.
I'm just supposed to be the best leader and the best steward of them as I can.
Well, and we get taught, like you said, going and we do it and did it. I did it and you're probably doing it obviously you'll consciously try to teach your kids as they get older about having that personal relationship, but it's Sunday school, it's church.
Yeah.
If we missed it this week, we'll catch it next week. It was growing up. That's what it was. Right. So it's funny you say that, just even in whether it's adult maturity or spiritual maturity or whatever. But I think just in the last few years, I got over my grasp of going, my mom is a precious woman. I love her. She's the bomb. Her and I butt heads a lot because, she is very spiritual, right? And it's like basically one of them to where if I'm going to come to you and discuss something that's going on that's a problem, the last thing I really want you to say is, God's got it, man. And it's no, I'm telling you that Ameren just tripled my power bill and I don't have any money, or whatever. It's like,
because some people take it as a cop out.
Yes. And I'm like, stop. Yeah. Well, then it was like I realized that I talk to God like he's you.
Yes. No, exactly. That's what he wants. He wants you to talk. He just wants you to, he wants you to.
Or I'm the same one. If you check the mail and you go, oh, everybody paid? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's how I interact.
Gratitude.
Like legitimate. I interact like he's a person because nobody goes to an uncomfortable place.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let's bow our heads real quick. No, it's not what I do. I go like this. Yes. Praise God. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Yeah. And I started telling my mom is, we have the same God. He just looks different to me. He acts different to me.
Yeah. There's no right or wrong way to pray.
What the fuck to him?
Yeah. There's no right or wrong way to pray. There's no, at the end of the day, it's just
a relationship.
It's a relationship. Yeah. Are you growing? Obviously like, living by the Bible. Like he gave us a book to use, to live by, especially some of these younger guys. I'm like, hey, you want to read a real good book? Read the book of Proverbs.
Right.
Follow that wisdom.
Yeah.
And you're going to be okay.
Well, so it almost, I might be wrong on this, but this is my experience, is it almost takes you being in the spot that you were in, of almost like my shit don't stink. I did it. I self-made, whatever. And then something goes south, even if there's too much on my plate.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'll take a Greyhound and never come back.
Yeah.
But I think there's that something that if it can balance things and calm, it's not something you can learn. I think it's all a spiritual.
It's not, and it clicks for everybody differently because there's a reason why it clicked for me in 2017 because that version of me before then wouldn't have been able to handle COVID.
Right.
When I had, people telling me, okay, you're closed except for delivery, carry out, stuff, thinking, okay, we just built this brand new building in Maroa 3 years prior.
Right.
We have this big payment. You're telling me that all I'm going to do is run delivery carry out because of
some make-believe thing that we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, some disease but because I was so rooted in my faith at that point, I was like, that's
God's got us.
Yeah. This must be part of his plan. He's going to teach me something from it. Or if I lose it, he's got something else for me.
I'm going to learn something then too. Yeah,
that's just, okay, there's going to be something else, but it also helps when your wife is on the same page.
Sure.
And you have a partner in that you can always kind of, push each other in that way.
You check each other, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, and so I think that's it. It takes years of being at least attempting before you realize like it's whatever some people call it karma or the golden rule or what. If you, and this is legitimate. I see it all the time. If you go out of your way to unnecessarily do something somehow without even scorekeeping, it comes back. You know what I mean? It's just really strange how the universe works like that. But it is like, oh man, I've made bad. I think it took 20 years to go, wait, that's the Holy Spirit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought my conscience was on point.
I thought I was doing it all right. But
wait a minute. I've been following or not following.
Right.
But it's interesting. The total package is hard. And I think that's why it's a narrow road that not a lot of people travel down.
Jesus said it's a narrow road.
But I mean, even with, to go body in check, mind in check, spirit in check.
To get it all.
Yeah. But when you step back and look at it, it only makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you go, here's what I want, I know how to get it. I know I'm self-disciplined. That was it with the weight thing for me. Is I go, wait, I know I'm self.
Yeah, I know.
I torture myself on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Going to get a couple slices at Casey's? What?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah. And it's just ironic that food's a big one for me too. It's like,
when you sell the food, it's
I know I have control over this.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Did you have anything I know we've talked about COVID a little bit, that came from COVID that like really impacted you in a positive way? I mean, like,
so I needed it. I needed that sit back, sit down, and just turn thing. Almost like at that point in time, it was like I had money coming in. I was going in 1,000 different directions, and then we had to stop working and stop moving, and it was cool. But after it hit 90 days of not generating anything, it started getting scary. But honestly, I don't think one way or another. And I was one of them people that I don't know where you're at with it, but like I secretly went and got vaxxed when it came out. Like I went and got it.
Oh, I never did, but I don't. And so I just felt like
here was my
everyone's
take,
choice.
Right? The woman that I was with, she worked at the hospital. And at that time, they were on the verge of you're going to get it or you're not coming to work. Mm-hmm. And her family were kind of more of the not a chance. You're not sticking me with that, whatever it is, microchip, whatever. And then one day she comes home and she's like, I got that. I got my first whatever. And I was like, oh, they made you? And she goes, I just thought I work with people that are way smarter than me and they were all in the line to get it. So I don't think we're all dying. And I'm like, sure. And I kind of took what she said and I was like, because I didn't have an opinion. I really didn't. It was kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I think that we're blowing up the flu like way more than it needs to be.
Yeah.
I definitely now more than ever think that there's enough odd behind the scene things with our government that they would pull a stunt just to make sure certain controls were had.
Sure.
Force us more into our houses. So that's it, dude. I mean, our socialization, it is, there's no way that people all of a sudden in 2020 stop getting together to socialize.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah.
If it's not a concert or something, it's like before that, it was softball fields were packed. The parks were packed. It was, now it's like, we don't have to do anything. We can. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love technology. Don't get me wrong. I love tech. I love all that stuff. But, man, it's a dangerous tool too, man.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of people lazy or smart. Hell,
yeah.
Dude, you could sit here right now and go, here's what I need you to learn by Monday. And I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Give me an iPad and Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, and I'm not going to speak for Hill, but especially for me, it reframed my gratitude a little bit. Because when that happened, it was like every time the phone rang at the restaurant, I was just like, thank God. Like, because it's just so hard to sit there and expect when you're humming along doing great numbers to think you're going to be anywhere near what you were doing when your seating for 150 people is no longer there.
Right.
And, we still have this picture from
and they're going, if you want to drop $20,000, you can get $20,000 worth of tents and outdoor seating. Yeah. It's like, but then what about the $20,000?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I just still remember, I think Hill took a picture. She was coming in on a Friday night and it was like 5 or 5:30 in the park. I mean, the first Friday of COVID and it was packed. I mean, just people waiting to pick their food up, just packed. And, our numbers didn't slip at all. The whole time we didn't have inside seating. Never once. Throughout the whole thing. Never slipped. Never once. Never once. I mean, we were so grateful.
That's amazing.
And it was just obviously, luckily we had that foundation of like, okay, God's got us. But like when we saw it, we're like,
do you guys have the moments where you're sitting there and you guys are just going, can you believe this?
Oh gosh, yeah, all the time. We're like, there's no other explanation.
There's
no other explanation.
Yeah. We should have been closed like 40% of the businesses.
Nobody thought that we were going to make it being a town of 1,600 when we decided to open a restaurant
in the first place
in 2012. Right. Yeah, everybody thought that.
Right.
I still remember we were trying to, because there was a rule back then that to have a Maroa liquor license, you had to live in the city limits to have it. And, so we were like trying to get, we were like trying to buy a house, but obviously we're both working just pretty regular jobs and like don't have any money.
Let me just go grab a house.
Yeah. I had a house because that's like, I bought one whenever I was 18, So, I had something I could sell, but, we needed to live somewhere. Like it wasn't like we could just sell it.
Right.
And I remember the first one, it was a for sale by owner. And we were just like, hey, like, could we work something out? Like as soon as it's sold, we could just rent it from you until we, and, I just remember the person be like, you're going to need more than your friends to eat at your restaurant to make it. So we don't think it's a good idea for us to think you're going to make it. Like,
damn,
my gosh, I cannot wait to make it.
Right.
But I'm so grateful for people like that.
Yeah.
It's just fuel.
Thank you.
Like I can still play that in my head to this day.
Yeah.
And I will work harder that day.
Do they ever come eat?
I don't know.
You know them.
I don't know if they ever did, because I think they were already, because it was over the phone, I think they were out of state by that point.
Gotcha.
So, maybe when they came back and visited or something, I don't know. I have no clue. And
well, so is that the idea? You open a restaurant, it does well. And then you go, okay, so if we replicate this in another area where we could generate, the same amount of traffic, then we'll double our income and then do it a third place.
Yeah, I guess. For me, it was all about opportunity and timing, I think. It took us, the first year and a half was just a whirlwind of working 100 hours a week and nonstop. The first 45 days we were open, I didn't leave Maroa.
Right.
I did not, I was either there or asleep. There was no in between,
Right.
It took months for us to have a day off,
Sure.
Where basically I sat there and just watched the cameras, but then, I was this is back when Craigslist was a thing. And I just remember in 2014, I was just searching on Craigslist and there was a strip mall in Mount Zion for sale. Like, Mount Zion, that makes sense.
Does.
That's far enough away, but that's still a good community. Like,
this is still a great idea.
Yeah. And so we went and looked at it, but at this point, we're 25 and just had our first kid. She was, I think, a month or two old when I came.
And you hadn't built the place in Maroa yet.
We were in Maroa already.
You were there.
We were renting the space, not the building.
So did you end up buying a house in Maroa to get your liquor license?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that how it worked? You did have to be in Maroa?
Yeah, at that time. Yeah. And we ended up being able, the bank worked with us, bridge loaned it and everything.
Okay.
Never in a million years thought it would work, but it worked. It worked. But then when we did that, I still remember going to Hill, hey, look at this. Let's go look at it. Just see what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. She's like, we have a 2-month-old. Well, you know what it took for us to do the first one.
Right.
Like, I know, but, let's just look.
We got this master.
Let's just look at the building. We go, we look, and to her dismay, I'm like, hey, this would work, blah, 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 but at that point, we had to do something we hadn't done before, a full gut remodel.
Right. Like this could work.
The other one was basically
not
build
even
to suit.
close to the same.
The Maroa space was build to suit. We were renting it. They,
right.
But talked her into it and went through that whole remodel process. And as soon as the doors open, just nuts. Just
crazy.
Can't keep up.
Heck yeah.
Just crazy. But see, then, there's that. Which we're extremely grateful now for the struggles and like how we had to learn. Because, we were both, I was obviously upset. I was hardly seeing my daughter, but she, as the mom, was like super upset. Like, I don't want to be here, 80. I can't,
right.
like, we have a daughter.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So we had to quickly train people to be able to do some of the stuff she did.
Force you to teach well.
Yes.
Delegate,
and then
trust.
then 6 months later, we get a call. Hey, the bowling alley in Weequa, like rumor has it they're wanting to sell and get out. Would you be interested?
Wait, that's where you're at?
Yeah. We bought the bowling alley there in 2015.
Is it still a bowling alley?
Yeah, we still have the bowling lanes.
Oh, dude, yeah.
We only run them certain times, certain weekends and stuff because they're old.
We bowled there for PE in high school.
Yes.
I went to Macon.
Yeah. We did that actually the first few years.
Yeah.
They still wanted to do it the first few years we had it.
Oh, so you get a call now, someone reaches out to you and says, hey.
Yeah, hey, this potentially, blah, blah,
pizza.
blah. And Hill graduated from A&M.
Oh, so that was
We
home
both graduated
territory.
in 07 and she graduated from A&M. I'm just like, hey, the first 3 months of Mount Zion was like,
because you're
rough.
Baroa, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
First 3 months of Mount Zion was just so rough on us because the drive, 30 minutes each way and
plus the baby,
and all the stuff. And I had the balls to go to her and say,
want to go look at them?
yeah, but it's in your hometown.
Yeah.
And that was the kicker for her.
So
that was literally the only way it was.
We don't have to go look at it. I grew up there.
I was like, so what do you think? And by then, 6 months in, it was humming along pretty well. Like we were.
The relief
it
felt
was
like
okay,
wasn't a terrible move.
And she agreed, and we bought that and had that going by December. We bought that. So we opened in February of 15 in Mount Zion and December of 15 in Weequa.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Just
boom,
bang.
boom.
Yeah.
So what, you ended up selling the one in Weequa?
Mountain Zion.
Oh, Mount Zion.
Yeah,
okay.
to our GM and his wife. He was the GM for us for about 5 years before.
Oh, okay.
We sold it to them, and they're doing great. They enjoy it.
Same,
it's just
right?
Yeah, everything's the same. Yeah, everything's the same.
Just different owner.
Just different owner, and they live in that community, so it made total sense. They're involved.
Was that throwing him a bone?
No,
or were you trying to sell? I guess is what I mean. Or was it?
That was it. Happened to work out because. In our we always compromise. Because our marriage is, God first, marriage second,
okay,
above any of the businesses or anything else. And she just felt like we needed one less. It was just taxing on her to
get
deal
rid of
with.
the inconvenient location-wise one. And
she takes care of the front of house. I take care of the back of house. We team up on all the financials and all the other stuff. But it was just getting to be a lot for her. And I said, okay. So we kind of, we went to him and said, would you be interested? You've been doing this for, 5 years and they were interested. And
perfect then.
Yeah. Got that.
So
done.
how old are your kids?
11, 7, and 4.
Oh yeah. It's on, dude.
Yeah. 11-year-old just started middle school. Throwing me off.
That's crazy. Did they go back to school already?
Yeah. Just did on Monday. Yeah. This past Monday on the 18th.
Yeah,
and that's a whole other thing I do. I'm on the Morella school board. I have been for 8 years. Yeah.
So where is Decatur Christian School at? It's
the old Forsyth grade school right there in Forsyth, right by the the old Forsyth one. Right?
Yeah. Okay, I know. Which
our 4-year-old goes there for pre-K.
Okay.
It's just they offer full days. Morella is just half days because it's staggered half for their pre-K program. So we've always sent our kids to the pre-K at Decatur Christian.
Their athletic director, and he's the pastor at Trinity Nazarene, is Justin Neufeld.
Okay.
He came in. He's a buddy of mine. We played softball together for years, but he came in just the other day and was on the podcast. He's a good dude. Always just same deal, just trying to build up stuff that it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of just get thrown where God throws me and I figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's cool. I admire that because I've been, I don't know if I'd call it a control freak, but you know better of what should happen than anyone with your stuff. You feel like, you know what I mean? To where the ability to delegate and trust is huge, man.
Yeah.
And you have to do it. You got to team. Yeah. It'd be impossible. You
have to. And we're super blessed. I mean, gosh, we have some.
So what's the key there on keeping people, because the work, dude, there's restaurants that close down, not because of anything other than no one wants to come to work.
For us, it's definitely treating people right.
Okay.
Being willing to pay them what they're worth and not wait on it. We've always tried our best to just I'd rather pay the person before they ask me for the raise.
Right.
Like if I can
Sure.
do my best to do that.
Are you paying attention to that performance and stuff like that to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, we live in Marilla,
Yeah.
so I'm at that one the most
Right.
between the two. Mowequa, we have a great like GM and management structure there. And they'll tell me, you know,
Right.
hey, this is who's performing, and well, I think they deserve, you know, a little something, or, you know, I'm there enough to know who the leaders are and who steps up and everything, and who doesn't love a random, you know, $50 check or $100 check just because, hey, thank you for doing a good job.
Karen.
You know, for just, exactly.
Just for giving a crap.
For caring and taking care of things. And, you know, in Marilla, my GM is my cousin. So he's been in the industry a long time because he worked with us at the pizza factory when we were teens into our 20s and everything. And so we're super fortunate there because, you know, obviously I trust him, and he has a lot of experience and everything. And we have some good managers that lead with him, you know, front of house and back of house. We just have a really good team.
Really good team.
You know, the property side, we have that one person that we can count on. And,
it sounds like, without that, everything falls apart, right? Without a good team.
I'm nothing special.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm nothing special. Obviously, first and foremost, give the credit to God, but I give Hill way more. Hill is way smarter than me and is way, you know, give her and all of our team members. They deserve all the credit in the world. And even all the way down to, you know, it's just so cool when you see that 18-year-old and it clicks for them, and they're just, you know, I love that, you know, they come back when they're on college visits. They just come and see us in the kitchen and ask us how we're doing and stuff. I just love that.
Yeah.
And it's like, gosh, you know, you got it. You have a good work ethic. Like, I know you're going to figure it out.
Right.
You know,
you can pick that up too.
Yeah.
But so this is something interesting. I was thinking about whenever you were talking about your kids and how it's not you know, to think you can actually balance and schedule is insane. So I was talking to someone. Do you believe that entrepreneurs are created or born?
I think anybody can be one.
Sure.
That wants to. I think that you have to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself if you're willing to pay the price.
Right.
That it's going to take.
Right.
I do think it comes more naturally to some than others.
So I say that because the person that I spoke to said there's a lot more entrepreneurs being created now, because those of us who do sit down with our kids for dinner, if that exists for people, the conversation at the dinner table is not about the world news. It's not about school. It's mom and dad talking about business.
Yes.
So it's planted young in their minds of, it's not just go work, come home, don't talk about it because no one wants to hear it.
Right. Or the parents that come and complain about their job in front of their kids.
Instead, it's you're sitting there talking about building and growing.
Correct.
And instead of going, this is adult conversation, it's like, no, that's perfect dinner conversation for kids over here.
And it is. And I think that's why we're intentional about that in front of our kids. We want them to know.
Sure.
You know, our 11-year-old, she can serve tables. She can run the computers, and she can be a hostess anytime we need her to.
But for you to say, like, your wife and you guys want them to see that we work. We're not hiding it that we're working.
Yes.
This is what comes with.
Yeah, we will take them to our office and have them sit on the, you know.
Right. This is what it is.
Like, we have to work, but we want to be with you guys.
So this is what
we're taking you to the office today or whatever. And, you know, there was, a couple weeks ago, I had my son with me, and we had to run errands, and I'm like, hey, we got to go show an apartment.
Let's go, bro.
You're going to just stay by me, and we're just going to go into the building. We're going to show it to this guy.
Give him knuckles, and we got it.
Yeah, exactly. But we want them to see that stuff.
Yes.
Because my wife didn't grow up that way. Her, parents just worked job,
Yeah.
But I grew up going to work with my parents.
Right.
I grew up going and looking at properties. Heck, by the time I was 16, I'd gone to enough showings with my parents that my dad would say, hey, on your way to work, will you stop by this address? Tell me if it's worth going by there later.
Yeah, it was normal.
Why not? That's...
Yeah, definitely. Everybody's normal is just completely different. it's just cool to, like, my son's 15 and to try to, I'm constantly just trying to see where his mind is at. Cause it's like, I will expose him to anything.
Yeah.
If I feel like it could be something that, like you said, click. Hey, we could write off college. We could get you out of high school in a year if you want to do it. You got the right idea.
Yeah.
Anything, you know.
Yeah.
But so far it's just like, man, just the other part of me goes, 15, 16, man, those were the years, bro.
Oh, gosh.
Let him have them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't press.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just going.
That will be the only thing I do slightly different than how I was. Not complaining about the way I was raised by any means, but there was a lot of pressure to like work a lot.
Right.
Junior, senior year of high school.
Right. That's what we do.
I want them to work and definitely earn what they need to. But I'm also going to be very intentional. Like, hey, enjoy this though at the same time, because there were definitely some Saturday stuff and Sunday stuff that I would miss because I had to work, but part of that was my fault because my parents were very clear growing up. Hey, whatever vehicle you want to drive, you got to be able to afford the payment. Right. Well, I wanted a nice truck when I was 16. So I had to pay a $400 a month payment as a 16-year-old. So that's my own fault. So some of that was definitely my own fault. And I had, because I got to watch this stuff, I had ambition. I wanted to buy a house when I was 18.
Yeah, you're like, I see I can make money.
I want to buy a house so that way I can then flip it into a little bit bigger house, rent out the bedrooms, house hack it, and then...
Oh, your vision was there.
It's just like I knew what I wanted to do, and I want my kids to get some more experiences, right? And I'm grateful that we can provide that for them. Sure, but
no, I think exposing them to real world and just like it sounds good. We were told even forever. Everyone has always been told you can be anything you want. Anything you want. It's like, well, I mean.
Within reason.
You can, right? But it's not like you can't, it's not click your heels together.
Right.
So I think, the underlying part is always that. That's what I tell my son. I'm like, dude, you just need to, whatever, like, how do you even advise someone? It's like, you can literally do anything you want.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's something you don't know yet, you can learn it. You can, and don't. Especially
now with the internet and everything, you can learn.
If you get out of college,
you hopped on YouTube to learn how to be a pilot because
that's what I'm saying.
You just decided, you know what, I want to do this.
Yes. Well, and I think that's it. Everybody a lot of people just want the easy route. I mean, my son is a book smart kid, but that doesn't mean anything as far as, I mean, retention is good and but it's like, I'm not celebrating that he's like going to be this master of anything, but you know what? Without people who are solid 9-to-5 workers, we wouldn't exist.
Well, that's the thing. I was going to say when you were asking about, can they be formed or what?
Yeah.
I think that you can always make that conscious decision. I'm going to be the best entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be the best employee. I'm going to be the best because a lot of people they do want to have a balance.
Yes.
And that's fine. You want to work
5 o'clock,
40, 50 hours a week. Yeah. And that's perfectly fine. We have
slightly admirable.
Yeah. Well, sit in our shoes for a couple years and you'll be like,
you just flip it off. Huh?
Is it really worth it? Yes. Are there days where it's not? Right. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure you feel the same way. I'm sure there are days you're like,
what exactly?
Why am I doing it? Why am I doing this?
Whose idea was this?
Yeah.
Every bad day, I think that.
Yeah.
But then, you know better than to get ahead of yourself now by patting yourself on the back, but it feels good to succeed. And
it does.
In silence and quiet or by yourself or when something just goes right and it's you and God on the same team or whatever. It still, that feels a way that you're not going to get from a Christmas bonus.
No, yeah. And that's the thing.
We're employing people of going, you want to make a good living and you want the awesome balance and you're capable of having it and I'm going to help you have it.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's got to work both ways, but you kind of hit the nail on the head. When you and God are just working together and it's humming,
Just go.
I mean, you can just feel. I mean, when those times are happening, I feel like I can just feel it. I'm like, okay, yeah,
things are on track.
We're good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna be. Yeah, I mean, even the little bumps in the road just don't even faze you.
Yeah.
During that time.
No,
I mean,
because that's when you're almost expecting them and going, aha, good try.
Yeah, and you probably experienced it too. As soon as you know you're going to take something new on, or you're going to try and push this business or whatever, that's when the bad stuff's going to happen.
For sure.
It's going to try and throw. I mean, you know, it's perfect. I mean, Satan times that stuff on purpose.
Well, and I think that's it. Is do you ever? I mean, do you get discouraged by that on looking ahead? I guess that's what I meant by going, would you get uncomfortable again I say uncomfortable because, you know, your first 45 days or 90 days in Mount Zion, your first month, you know, I think that's what I mean. Are you going, no, I would contract everything out if I decided to do it and we would walk in. You know what I'm saying? Would you do it differently? And even if it meant spend more money or whatever to buy your time?
No, I mean, this gym stuff is uncomfortable right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, we intentionally chased uncomfortable. We've never built a gym before.
So you're gonna, is there a plan after the gym, or you're like, yeah, we got 10 acres. We're developing.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, there's a lot of uncomfortable for the next 10 years.
I love it, dude.
I mean, we know that. Like that's like in our head, that's our plan. We're gonna have a lot of uncomfortable for probably 10 plus years.
Hell yeah.
And then even after that, it's going to be uncomfortable because then we're going to have a lot more stuff that we're taking care of.
Just got all this paid off, but.
Yeah. That's essentially what's going to happen.
We built a neighborhood of buildings now.
Yeah. Now let's chase this. And
no, that's great.
But I mean,
you're hungry. You're built for it, dude. I think that's it. I mean, I think giving God credit is, I think it's just important.
It is. It is. I mean, getting to that point of actually being able to surrender all your worries or anxieties.
Yeah. Because that
and your success.
Because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Well, the average person is
it's like, that's insane.
Yeah. But
you see, I just killed it. I just closed that deal. Yeah. It's like,
yeah. Yeah.
Keep on keeping on, man.
Yeah. No. But when you get to that point of surrender and you're just like, all your ups and your downs, it's just like,
well, it's admirable for you and your wife to have kids that young and still raising a family. And, you know, like I always look at like my parents, and it's like, I remember I used to say, you know what, if I was retired getting whatever a month for sure, because they lived in a life of pensions and I owned everything that I touched, then I would be a little bit more of a Christian too.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're missing it, dude.
Yeah. You're missing the journey.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's the journey.
Yeah. And you know how I got here, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's her going, dude, I've been there. That's why. And it's like, huh. But you know, it's one of them where you can hear stuff. I tell my son stuff, and it's like some of it is just going to go right over your head. Yeah. But one day, dude,
you're planting the seeds. You're just planting little seeds, and maybe 3 years later, he's like, you know, my dad was right when he said that, and then he takes to it even more.
Yes,
because of that.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, just being able to consciously know you're setting an example for your kids, for a community that's a smaller community that everyone's going to know them. Right. And I say them just because that's kind of what the future, that's what it's about.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? They'll still be there even when you are working 80 hours. They will still be at school and games. But that's really admirable, you guys, just being young and pushing like you are. I don't know. It's crazy to think that just you having a random, just maybe hyper anxiety moment that led you to go, maybe God, that's my missing link. Yeah. Let me add this to the equation, and it just got better.
It just got better. It's
amazing.
Thanks a lot for coming on, Nick.
This has been great.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Let's do it again.
Yeah,
soon.
Yeah, we rambled for sure. Yeah, I appreciate you having me, and you got a great thing going here, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep.